All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the Nostalgia Nights weekend trip. It's a pretty good one. If you're just tuning in now and didn't see that one, it's the last video. Go back, check it out. Turned out pretty good. It was a lot of fun. Really neat experience. Anyway, yeah, go back and watch it if you haven't. This video, just going to kind of update on where we're at. The 55 is still at the shop, and the last two connectors we need to finish the wiring come in on Tuesday. So hopefully that car will be finished up by the end of this this coming week. So that way I can start filming a video on overall overview on the wiring itself and what all we did, and then what all we may add in the near future. And that way we can get a video out on it. And then here at the garage has been pretty stagnant just because I've been so busy this summer. And we got the pure stock drags coming up, so we'll be getting the Firebird ready for that. We've got one little issue to iron out with it, so I'll probably do a video on that. So look forward to the 68 Firebird, getting a video out on it. And like I said, as for here at the garage, it's been pretty stagnant, but I've been working at getting a bunch of my parts over that I've had stashed away to get going on this after we're back from the pure stock drags. Because this car isn't too far off from being a runner and a driver. If you remember, we got the engine pulled out. That way everything's prepped and ready to start cleaning up, fixing some wiring back here, and doing the brakes, fuel lines, etc., making this thing a nice, reliable, fun driver. And as for my black car, it needs some wiring as well, so we'll be getting to that in the near future. So I may do a video on this car specifically, fixing some wiring on it, getting it fired back up and taking it out for a drive. And hopefully should be finally seeing some stuff for this in the near future as well. So that ought to be pretty fun. I'm really excited to dive back into this thing. So hopefully in the near future, we'll finally be seeing some stuff on that. I know I've been saying it forever, but I'm finally getting to the point because I think I'm finally selling one of my cars, so that's going to free up some cash to get the sheet metal I need for that, as well as fund some future projects for the channel to get done on here. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming up in the near future, finally trying to make some things happen, get some different stuff in here content wise. And one of my other cars I've never really done an overview on, I got it with me today, kind of spent some time cleaning it up a little bit. So I got it here, got it out in one of the other driveways. So we'll go over there. I'll do a little overview on it. If you guys are interested in it, we'll see. And we'll fire it up and see what you guys think of it. So let's head over there now and check it out. All right, and we're over here. So anyway, here it is. So for any of you guys that don't know, this is a 2005 Dodge Neon Srt-4. So basically, they took the Neon, gave it a better looking body kit, and then put a 2.4 liter dual overhead cam turbocharged engine in it from the factory. They made pretty good power, like 235 or 215 horsepower, 235 foot-pounds of torque, something like that is the base model. And you could get all the way up to a stage 3 with toys, which was pretty neat. You got a bigger turbo, meth injection, different boost level settings. I used to have an actual Mopar stage 3 kit for this car, but decided to go a different route. But you guys, if you're interested in that stuff, you could actually look it up. Really neat. They made I think the stage 3s made upwards of 350 horsepower and 365 foot-pounds of torque, so pretty impressive. This car weighs about 2,800 pounds, so it's pretty good power to weight ratio. Anyway, I've just always been into these cars since I was young. Once I saw them come out, thought they were neat, never knew much about them, and then once I found out they were turbocharged, kind of had to have one. So what's really neat is they made these cars 2003, 4, and 5, and black was offered in all 3 years. I bought this off the original owner back in 2012. So been in my hands ever since. This car has never seen a winter. Believe it or not, the original owner, well, I guess it's seen one. The original owner tried to drive it in the snow, and she was like, that's not going to happen. So she stored it every winter, as do I. So this car is absolutely beautiful. So the most important thing about this car is this right here. They only made the ACRs in 2005, and they only made about right around 1,175, give or take a little bit. I could be wrong on that number, but I think it's somewhere in there. What that got you was obviously the badges. Got you the BBS RX 16 by, I think, 8-inch wheels. And then it also got you a set of, I think, 3 or 5-way adjustable struts, which obviously, as you can tell, the car is a lot lower than factory because I've got it on full coilovers all the way around. But what it also gave you is better bushings on the stabilizer bars, and you also got the seats, the embroidered ACR seats with harness holes. Now, these are from a Viper. You didn't get these with this car. I just sourced these from a friend of mine. So these are real ACR Viper harnesses, which is pretty cool. These are pretty rare, pretty expensive, and also got a harness bar, as you can tell. So got her all set up. That way, if I ever track this thing autocross, got a decent set of harnesses. Anyway, as far as interior here, got a suede wheel, removable wheel, Hurst short throw shifter, and then tri-gauge pillar pod with 2 Air Force interceptors. Those are pretty nice because you can monitor everything the ECU sees. So it can even let you know if timing's getting out of control. It'll flash at you, lean cuts, anything like that. And then obviously air fuel gauge at the bottom. Those Air Force gauges can even data log if you want to, if you don't have another way to do so. So that's pretty neat. And then we'll pop the hood. Nothing too special under the hood. The engine is fully built by a friend of mine named Chris Engel here locally. He's kind of a guru with these cars. So as you can see, nothing fancy. And the reason this looks all messy is, for one, the engine was out of it and fully got rebuilt because this thing I blew it up when I had an injector fail. So it went lean and torched a couple pistons. So that wasn't very fun. But anyway, the reason it's like that is I kind of have some of the loom taken off and some lines and wires and vacuum lines moved around, because I'm going to be upgrading the fuel system, because the fuel system I have, this technology is super outdated. It's like a dual fuel rail, dual injector per cylinder, just very outdated. And it is a lot bigger turbo than factory. But yeah, this will all be getting cleaned up and changed here very soon. Hopefully, maybe even over winter. Yeah, Mopar, cold air intake, bigger turbo, build engine, set of cams, adjustable cam gears, torque solution solid mounts. Those help with a lot of the wheel hop and torque steer these cars have, because they're front wheel drive. So, I mean, you still get torque steer, but those help out with a lot of the wheel hop, especially. And got like an AGP catch can. So really, also AC delete as well. You can see the delete pulley down there. Koyo aluminum radiator. So hopefully once I get this thing swapped over to the new fuel system, and injectors and canister and pump and all that stuff, I'm hoping this car ought to make right around somewhere in the range of 450, 500 horsepower, right in there. So she ought to get up and move. It's already quick as it is, but I'm still on the break-in period, or else I'd hop in here, set the camera up, and take off down to Mexico and do a little pull for you guys. But unfortunately, I got about 500 miles left of break-in, and then we should be good to go after that. So I'll do that in a future video. But anyway, I'll at least fire it up for you guys and let you hear it. I also have a 6-putt clutch in it, so that's pretty gnarly. You can hear it. It's pretty loud sitting here at idle, especially with solid mounts. But anyway, let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Got a little exhaust rattle. I have a hanger that the rubber's kind of wore out, so the exhaust kind of bumps up against the cross member back there a little bit. But anyway, you can kind of hear the clutch. It's pretty loud. And then it is a full 3-inch mandrel bent stainless steel TIG welded exhaust from the O2 housing back to a factory style dual exit. Sure, I'll have some questions about the license plate. That's just what they nicknamed these cars, because they had them in like red, blue, white, some weird colors, and even the early Gen 1 neons were some weird colors, so they called them Skittles. Anyway, I was just out driving this thing, so it's warmed up, so I'll do a couple little revs for you guys real quick and let you hear it when it's not idling. Forgot to show these as well. So here's ignition advance for both cams, and then as you can tell, I got my boost set up there, and then air intake temps, and then there's the wideband. As you can tell, it's idling just a little bit rich. That's just the factory ECU, which that'll all be gone once I swap the fuel systems over and get this thing tuned. So that'll all be fixed. This thing ought to be a lot better off once I get to that point. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Just figured to throw something out there, get you guys updated on where we're at and why I don't really have a project video going up right now. So I figured this would be something good to throw in here along with an update. So anyway, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully the next video you see will be wiring on the 55, and then probably updates on the Firebird leading up to the pure stock drags, because that's coming up September, I think 14th. Well, that's the day we get up there. It's the day early. So September 15th and 16th, I believe, is the pure stock drag. So if you guys are interested in going, I think a few of you guys went last year, but we left early due to kind of destroying the transmission, and we ended up just leaving Saturday morning instead of hanging around. So we'll be up there again this year. We'll be up for both days. So if you're there, you're more than welcome to come check the car out, say hi. So anyway, that'll do it for now. We'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we're out. Figured I'd go ahead and throw this in at the end of the video as well, just to get you guys updated a little bit since I'm at the shop and I didn't get around to getting the video uploaded. So figured I'd kind of show you what I'm working on real quick. I posted some video clips of this previously, but finally getting caught up at the shop to the projects we have in here, getting all the side stuff done where we can focus on the few restorations that we do have. So here's the 66 Corvette that I'm doing, and we've done quite a bit of body work. I've got the doors jammed out and a first stage of primer already, and had to go back and fill some bad spots. you'll have that with fiberglass over the years. This car had got hit up front here, so Jason went through and had to recreate the turn signal housing. So luckily we had that one over there that was still good that we could mimic. And we dug a bunch of old Bondo out of this car that was probably done in the 70s, would be my guess, or maybe 90s, somewhere in there. I can't tell by the color of it. The stuff, just from my experience, I would probably say it was done in the late 70s, early 80s, just by the color, smell, and texture of the Bondo that was used. Anyway, so right now what I've done is, like I said, I've worked the jams. Jason's worked the repaired area. We've got all the previous filler out of it, got everything masked off. So now we're ready to touch up those areas that I did the body work on the jams, and then we're ready to completely prime the whole car and get it buried and start the blocking process. So gonna get some slick sand mixed up and hopefully get this thing in about 3 or 4 coats. So that way it's nice and thick and we can go through our whole blocking process with it. And then real quick, which it'll be the next clip for you guys, but I'm gonna get this thing sprayed and then you guys will get to see it all in one shade of primer. And then I know body work's pretty boring, so I'll probably just touch base on this from time to time in video, like little update, shop update videos, because filming body work is not, I mean, all you can really do is a bunch of time lapses over and over and then little clips about fixing that. It's just hard to film. But anyway, next clip, you guys will see this thing in primer, and then that'll probably end the video off. Let it kind of simmer down in here. Still stinks. I need to get my mask back on, but I'm gonna make it quick. Went ahead and guide coated the car as well. So this thing turned out really good. Very, very happy with it. This car is super nice. Just a few little minor areas that we'll have to do some body work on. But overall, should just be a sand fest. Anyway, there it is. But that'll do it for this video. If you guys want to see more updates on this Corvette, let me know. I'll film some more on it and include it with some other videos. So if you made it this far through the video, thank you very much. And check this thing, or if you want to check this thing out in future ones, let me know. I'll film some more on it. But anyway, that's it. See you guys.